Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the Pre-Health to Success podcast. We're your hosts, Joshi, Mahak, and Malik. And today's episode will be a part two to the behind the scenes and international community for aspiring healthcare leaders meet the executives. We'll be interviewing Isabel, who is our director of outreach, and Riya, who is our editor's manager. I hope you enjoy. Thank you so much, Isabel, for joining us today. How are you?
No, thanks so much for having me here. I'm doing good. How about you?
I'm doing great. And so our first question is, what is your role in the organization? And if you can explain a little bit about it.
Yeah, for sure. So for the director of outreach, I feel like there's some overlap with director of communications, but reaching out to other affiliations, whether that's organizations, university clubs, um, or any other kind of business, reaching out to them. We're sending kind of mass emails, I guess. We have a role there. And then also on another major part, I would say would be leading the ambassador program. So that's a program, kind of like a marketing strategy. We just recruit um, people who can kind of be social media um, marketers or advertisers, and kind of work with them and kind of help also improve their social media marketing skills at the same time. Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome. And are you in school? And if you are you majoring in marketing or anything like that?
Yeah, for sure. I attend McMaster University in Canada, Ontario. I'm currently halfway through my fourth year, and I'm majoring in health sciences.
Oh, nice. Nice. And why did you join Pre-Health to Success?
So actually, when I first saw the ad for pre-health success, or like the open position, I was actually looking for kind of a long-term volunteer position. I kind of prefer having um, fewer but more um, kind of high commitment positions, but this one was just that. And also because I am also a pre-health student, I guess there's that relation as well. And also after meeting with the President Kim, I think she's a very respectful person. I think she's really dedicated to her work. I know she has like back-to-back meetings all the time. Every time I have a meeting with her, she has a meeting either before or after right away. Um, but yeah, I think she's someone you can learn a lot from. And so working with her is also a big perk to joining this organization, I believe. Yeah.
Yes, definitely.
Hello. I would like to ask a few questions as well. Do you want to talk about your past work and experiences with Pre-Health to Success?
Yeah. I think the biggest thing that I think of when I think about my past work is definitely the ambassador program. Um, so working with mostly high school students to kind of help market our organization. So we had our first cycle very recently, just ended in December, and then we're starting a new cycle soon. Applications close at the end of January. Um, but I think that has been a very interesting experience. It was the first time we were launching it, so um, kind of a big learning process for everybody working on it, seeing where we can improve for the next cycle, like what works, what doesn't work, what makes meetings efficient and what doesn't. And also thinking about like how you can engage these different ambassadors and help them make them feel more involved, I guess. Yeah,
Congratulations on the ambassador program.
thank you.
So Pre-Health to Success is an international organization, right? So how is it working with people all over the world?
I think it's definitely interesting, and there's definitely some obstacles as well. Like with the time zone differences, some definitely need to be very accommodating. Um, some people are like on the other side of the world, like literally. I think we had one person who was from Egypt, and so the time zone difference, like trying to match that was really difficult sometimes. Like, yeah, it's pretty difficult. Yeah, but I think in the end, though, like if you have that commitment to accommodate for those people, I think you can definitely have a lot of diverse opinions or perspectives when working on various projects.
I definitely agree with an international organization. Most of our team is from different countries, so the time zones is a big like obstacle when it comes to meeting. But not only our team as well as our participants are also international. How do you make it possible for like students all over the world to engage with Pre-Health to Success?
Yeah, I think yeah, definitely like what I t touched on previously about time zone difference, definitely need to be accommodating um to that. And then I think also just like at the start, like when you market something, I guess not um like confining that audience to your specific country. I think if you set kind of set yourself on it that you want it to be an international thing, and you reach out to other people, and when you get in applications from unexpected countries, rather than kind of like declining it because they're not in the same country or it's not the same time zone, if you're very accepting of it, I think you can definitely reach a bigger audience and engage more people all over the world.
I think you guys do a really good job with engaging people from all over the world with Pre-Health to Success. So the ambassador program is one of your like biggest works that you've come so far, but do you have some goals and plans that you're planning to achieve within this organization?
I think my biggest goal right now, because we have the second cycle approaching, I think definitely getting a lot more people to join this time. Um, yeah, I think right, like especially like right now, like time period right now, like currently is a big, very important aspect because it's like a month-ish. Think the last month before the application closes. That initial like a number of applications you get is very important. So I think that's kind of like my big focus right now, trying to get in as many people as possible. And also figuring out like what marketing strategies work, what doesn't. And like a lot of things like not just like how you market it and the number of like groups like you put it out on, like in terms of advertisement, but also thinking about like when you write the application, or like even just like the way the ambassador program is laid out on the website, like just like small things like that. Like how can we like maximize like kind of every detail to attract more people to apply. I think that's like a very interesting process, as I feel like marketing is very applicable in like a lot of aspects. Like as you grow up, like you'll usually find a lot of occurrences where you will need to market something. So I think that's very good experience, and I think I find that very fun because I know that everything that I learned in this process, I'll probably be able to apply somewhere elsewhere. Yeah.
I definitely agree on that, and good luck with the applications.
Yeah. Thank you so much.
So what is like something valuable that you learned through this position that you would like to share?
Um, yeah, I think, yeah, again, my biggest takeaway is definitely marketing. Um, I think with things like this, like no matter how like detailed you plan something out, like when you actually test, not even test run it, when you actually run it and you have the ambassador program going, like things aren't always going to go according to like the detailed plan or like the kind of what you had imagined in your head. And I think like improvising and like going off of what's actually occurring is important, like not just going off the books of like what you had written out before and the plan that you had before. Like when something happens, you gotta kind of accommodate for that and change it up depending on how things are going, um, for the best like benefit or like the best potential you can get out of that kind of project that you are starting. Um, so I think that was a big learning, and also the whole like marketing thing, like what works, what doesn't work, um, and like very specific strategies like that. Like how can we get more people to join? In like the small strategies, like for example, like I think on our application on the second cycle, we had an option where like one of the last sections of our application, like we assess their ability to market because this is the main role of ambassador marketing, right? And so we tell them we're going to assess your ability to market by asking you to find to or referring to other people to also apply to the ambassador program. And like two is kind of the number of people that's makes your application kind of like a formidable application, like a decent application. So like strategies like that, trying to get people to or just like marketing, I guess. But yeah, I think that's something very valuable because you can apply it in so many different areas of your life.
I definitely agree. Marketing is a valuable aspect that people should learn because it plays a role in almost everything today.
Mm-hmm.
With coming to that, that's the end of my questions. You have anything in the end that like you would like to share?
Um, I don't know when this podcast would be released, but Investor Program is a great opportunity. Um, yeah, you can meet a lot of other people. Build your social media skills. We do have training workshops. And we're entering a lot of like competition this year if you're a very competitive person, prizes as well, and working within a team. I think it's going to be a very fun cycle, the upcoming one. So if you're interested, please do send an email if you're interested, if you have any questions as well. Um, Anything else valuable that I want to share? I guess don't hesitate to join Pre-Alpha Success. I think we always have open positions. We're always trying to hire new people and work with new people. Um, so definitely seize the opportunity if needed. I think our president is again very respectable person. I think meeting her is definitely. Um, I think you can learn a lot. And like you don't have too many opportunities to meet people like that. I feel like when you have the chance to meet someone who's very hardworking and very driven, dedicated to something, I think you should take that opportunity and see what they have to say, um, and kind of see kind of what drives them, and hopefully they'll inspire you to maybe I don't know, like start another nonprofit or pursue another passion that you have yourself. Yeah.
I definitely do agree. With that, thank you for coming on to our podcast.
Thank you
Yeah.
so
Thank you
much,
so much.
Isabel.
Pardon?
I said thank you so much for joining
Uh,
us today.
yeah. Thank you so much for having me. It was a wonderful interview.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We are joined here today with Riya, our editor's manager. Thank you so much, Riya, for joining us. How are you today?
Course, yeah. Pleasure to be here. I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing well. I guess we can get started. So I'd first like to ask, what is your role in this organization and Pre-Health to Success?
Yeah. I'm a 14-year-old and I live in Albany, New York. I am currently a freshman at Gilderland High School. I love a lot of things. I'm an artist, singer, neuroscience enthusiast, youth advocate, and I'm extremely passionate about leveraging neuroscience to help people worldwide. And I started taking college classes when I was about 11 years old and have since completed a lot of upper division science courses in biomedical engineering and neuroscience. And since my passion for neuroscience really started when I was in sixth grade when I participated in a national competition. And through that passion, I really became interested in medicine as well. And through my passion for neuroscience, I've also written various blogs in neuroscience that I've published in international journals and on international blog websites. And because of my passion for neuroscience and my desire to bring young minds into the field of neuroscience, PH2H is mission really resonated with me, and that's one of the main reasons I wanted to join PH2S as an editor's manager, because PH2S is all about helping undergraduates pursue their pathway to becoming a medical professional, and that's kind of my goal too in neuroscience, is to help young minds pursue their own path to having a career, a potential career in the field. And that's one of the main reasons I became an editor's manager. And personally, I love writing. I love anything that has to do with, you know, advocating for neuroscience or advocating for medicine in the form of writing. And that's why I wanted to join the editing department or the writing department in PH2S. And Kim gave me the lovely opportunity to become an editor's manager here.
Yeah, that's amazing to hear at a very young age and having an interest in neuroscience. That's amazing. And can you talk a little bit about of like what you're in charge of right now and if you're working on anything um, as an editor manager at the moment? Any
Yeah.
projects?
Yeah. So me as an editor's manager, I work really closely with the editing department. Of course, that's the department I'm part of, but I also really work closely with the writing department and the director of content writers and the editor-in-chief. And my responsibilities include, well, two main categories. One is the blog that is published on PH2S's website. I, as an editor's manager, see over the editors and the content writers, and oversee the regular publication of the blog, the regular writing of the blog. I edit all of the articles that they publish. And we, as the editing department and the writing department, also focus on the second aspect, which is our biannual digital magazine. Our first issue actually came out earlier this month, an issue about mental health, and is also published on Issue and our website. So these are majorly my two major responsibilities as editorial manager: oversee the journal or the digital magazine and oversee the blog.
Oh, that's really cool. And is there something valuable that you've learned in your position in pre-health to success?
The most valuable thing that I've learned so far is really the power of collaboration and working together. This is the first time that I've really been part of a bigger team, that I've really worked with other people. I've overseen other members. I've been the leader to other members. So I really understood and kind of gained the knowledge of working together and communicating with other people. And I also understood the power of innovation and perspectives of others, and how these perspectives can be combined to create new ideas that can potentially promote an organization's mission, such as PH2S.
Okay. So, can you talk about your past work and experiences with this organization?
Yeah. So far my experiences, I've actually been a part of this organization for the past 5 months or so. And so far my experience has been with uh creating the idea for our first issue of our digital magazine. And we came up with the idea of mental health, because it is a very huge problem right now, especially the mental health crisis and how it's affecting a lot of youth in a global range. And my job was I was in the along that process from the start to the finish. I was also one of the people who wrote some of the articles, edited some of the articles, came up with the outline, the theme, the general graphic designing of the magazine. So that has been one of my biggest roles so far as a part of PH2S's editorial team. And we are actually discussing our next issue for the digital magazine, which is we have decided to be food and nutrition. Parallelly, we are also working on publishing blogs in regarding cardiovascular health, pills, drugs, medicines, etc. And we're currently, focusing on writing articles, editing articles, pushing them forward to meet our deadlines.
And how is it working with people all over the world?
Yeah, working with people all around the world has been quite very, very lovely learning experience for me because, as I said, this is the first time that I've actually worked in an international nonprofit in a leadership role. And, the range of experiences, expertise, and working methods that like people from different backgrounds and workplaces offer to the organization can really boost problem-solving capacity and lead to greater productivity. And I feel like people with different experiences and knowledge also bring different perspectives to the table and make for a well-rounded team. And when you have a well-rounded team, you can really rely on each other for support and ideas and promote the organization as a whole and the mission as a whole. And this well-rounded team that I mentioned has really helped me to help undergraduates and high schoolers in their journey towards you know getting into a career related to medicine. And I feel like having a well-rounded team is really important to carry out the mission of PH2S. And I feel like that is something that we have been gifted, really.
What are some goals that you're achieving or planning to achieve working in this organization?
Right now, as of now, my main goal is to really like coming back to my initial passion for bringing more young minds into the field of medicine, and specifically the field of neuroscience. That is initially why I wanted to join PH2S because I really resonated with PH2S's mission in helping undergraduates, crafting their own path to success and actually crafting their own path to become a professional in the medical field. And that is one of the main reasons I started working. And that is also why I'm going to continue working because I want to see that happen. I want to see the impact that we create on their lives, and not only like in certain aspects of the world, but all around the world. And especially I want to see, since I'm part of the editing team, I want to see that our journal is receiving, more views and is really being widespread to multiple countries across the world, which have actually achieved so far. But I want even more outreach, even more people to recognize our organization's efforts, and more people to actually benefit from our organization's efforts as well. I feel like that's majorly my goal for my role in this organization. And that's really what I want to achieve for the next 4+ years of I'm going to be part of this organization.
That's so great to hear, and I want to wish you good luck with that. And I think you're doing an amazing job.
Thank you.
Yeah, of course. I think that was my last question. Is there anything else you'd like to share about with our audience? And as a young, I think you said high school student or
Yeah, I'm a freshman in high school.
high school. So is there any like advice or anything you'd like to share regarding the organization for our audience?
I would just say, age is something that I've always heard is, you can't do this because you're too young, or you can't do this because you're not old enough yet. And I feel like age should never be a barrier for success because when I joined this organization, I was actually below the age limit for applying, and but Kim still let me in because of my like efforts and why I really wanted to join this organization. And I feel like something that I really want the audience to know is that, the people out there is that should never be a barrier of success. And if you feel like that's something that's you think, or if you feel like that's true, then don't think that because it's not true. And age is just a number. It's nothing else, nothing more.
I totally agree with that. And, it's always a pleasure having you on in our organization. And I think, again, you're doing like a great, great job.
Thank you. Thank you so much for having me.
Yeah, of course. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you for Isabel and Riya coming on to our episode 3 of our podcast. There's just a few things I would like to mention about. Make sure you check out our research journal club, senior junior mentorship program, ambassador program, as well as our blogs and digital magazines. And talking about our social media platforms, make sure you check out our Instagram, Facebook, and LinkedIn at Pre-Health to Success, and our website, prehealthtosuccess.org, as well as our Twitter, PH2S7. Thank you for listening to the episode 3.